to add grab interactions and also object collision so that we can actually grab it. And then so this is the setup that I made before the meeting, so we have a reference. But if you guys have a laptop, you can follow me on the tutorial. So this is where we left off last time.
Yeah. So I'm like fresh. My laptop has like absolutely nothing. I got it 2 days ago.
Okay, so you have Unity Hub and Unity Editor installed, right?
I have Unity Hub and I have Visual Studio Code. And
Do you have an editor?
I mean,
VS Code works.
I think it should work.
Well, yeah, like, do you have a version of Unity that you can use? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
all right, just open one of those up.
Okay, hold on.
So these, where is it? Unity version. So these are the one I'm talking about right here.
I'm gonna go to projects, new.
If you have any of these version, you should be fine.
I have, I think, wait, hold on, let me see. It says here I have 3.32.
That's the Unity Hub. I'm talking about the Unity Editor.
No, I think there is a 3 point.
Yeah, 2022 something.
2.4.6, and then this
Yeah,
module.
there's a 3.21 F
Okay, so is it 2020?
or 3.3. Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, this one.
The 2023.2.
Yeah, this one you can use, but for clarity's sake, I'm going to use 2021.
Wait.
Yeah.
Should I do 3D or VR?
3D. So
3D, okay.
so that way you can get like a quick glance of like how you can install stuff.
It's like a third week in a row that it charted.
By the way, when I installed Visual Studio Code, I put C# on it, but I think I still have to connect the
It'll say like, what do you want your editor to be?
to download new version. Now I believe I need to connect the Visual Studio.
Well, it's only if you want to be like manually changing the scripts. And even when once you click on a script, so that you don't have one installed, it's pop up text blur,
But I probably will eventually by channel.
Go over here to
Where's that? File. Build settings. Is there anyone on Zoom?
we just record this. Yeah, also so I can come back with tonight and do this laptop here after you ready.
Yeah, since we're already recording this on Zoom, I just keep going while you guys get that set up.
I got a really good desktop. I'll say now.
So afterward, this is where we left off last time. So if you just put the headsets on, this should work. So anybody wants to volunteer, that's fine with me, but I'm just gonna leave this right here. So first off, let's create our interactable. So last time where we left off is that we have a ray interactor that will just grab the object from the distance. So today we're not going to work with ray interactor. Instead, we're going to be working with grab interactors. What that is essentially we're going to install a grab object onto your hand. So then when you can go to an object and you can grab it with a press of a button. So then all we have to do is just remove these objects right here. Remove all these objects, line renderer, XR interactor, line visual. Remove this first and remove line render. So you only have the XR control action base on both your left hand control and your right hand control. And then I'm going to highlight both the left hand control and the right hand control. So that way in Unity, you can modify both of them at the same time. So then what you want, the script that you want to add is the XR direct interactor. What that does is it adds a grab interactable. So in order to grab it, you have to physically collide with an object. So we're gonna need a collider with that too. So we're gonna have a sphere collider. And then you can see that on the editor, you can see these two, there's actually two colliders here. If I just move it, you'll see that there's a second collider right here.
Actually, wait, hold on. How far behind are you currently?
Like, what do you mean completely?
Okay, I'm gonna
Last
pause it.
last time I didn't have a laptop, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Didn't we record the what's called the tutorial from last
we did,
time?
Yeah, so let me pause this recording real quick.
All right. Click on that. You want to scroll all the way to the bottom right here to XR plugin management, and then press install.
You're sorry, still.
All right.
That is installed.
And we'll wait for Hayden. Oh yeah, I saw you at the gym last time too.
Yeah.
Like
Mans were you bench pressing?
I was bench pressing
Hell yeah. Get those ripped.
135 pound baby. Or was it two? I can't remember how they were scaled. Is it 45, then 45, 45, so 90, 135 plus another 235, 70, so 215 pound. That's a new, yeah, 200. Yeah, like I have like a couple gym buddy who was always taking me there, and they they can bench a lot more than me. These guys are strong as hell. All right, you got it, Hayden? Is it still loading?
Yeah.
Yep.
Click on something, you guys can just, yeah, I'm good.
All right, so then you want to highlight the Open XR tab right here. And then what that's just going to do is it's going to give you an option of VR devices to add into your Unity editor. And that should take a while. Tell me when you've got it highlight.
It's giving me a warning. It's saying this project is using the new input system package, but the native platform backends for the new input systems are not enabled in the settings.
Oh yeah, you want to press yes, because on the old Unity editor, how that works is that you would have to make everything from scratch and then import it, but not everything's already automated for you. So, but it's still tied to the old Unity editor, so they have that warning message.
It asked me to save something. I clicked save, and now it's like Unity closed, and now it's opening up again.
Yeah, so it's restarting.
Okay.
So after restart, you want to go back to this tab right here, and then we'll move on. Is everyone ready?
So.
Yeah, Jack, you're gonna be my eyes back there because so you can see. All right. All right. So after you got the Open XR checked, you want to go down to Open XR tab right here. You want to click on that, and then the two tab you want to press is render mode, and you want to move it from single pass to multi-pass. So that way it will smoothly render the images on both your eyes. Single pass is just literally it renders one image and it just copy it into the other eye, and then you just see it. So obviously that's gonna look a little more weird. So multi-pass is more smooth, but it's more computationally intensive. So yeah. And then you want to add your VR device right here. You want to click on this add button and then just add the Oculus touch controller profile, since that's what we're using. And then you want to go back into XR plugin management, and then go into the Android tab, and then click on the Oculus check mark.
I don't have any Android tab. Also, when you click XR plugin management, you have Oculus and OpenXR. I just had OpenXR.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, you go to the Unity hub.
Yeah, let's close this. And no, this is it. Like open Unity hub. This.
It might be that the current, the newest supported Linux version of Unity might be too
Yeah,
old to
that's what
support
we're
Oculus.
So.
Yeah. But also OpenXR generally can run on the. Yeah, it's just not as compatible.
Yeah, just like they don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you don't have the Android installed, I see. So yeah, that
I have, this is for Linux. This module is specifically for Linux. Yeah, if I go to add and look, this is basically what I did, right?
Yeah.
3.33 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I click next, and then you see I have Linux build support, but not Android build support. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so you just want to check that box
Okay.
and then just, okay,
Is
so
there
that,
anything else I need to get from here as well?
now, actually, do WebGL build support,
What's that for?
so that's the one for Windows.
Okay.
We're gonna check all, of it, so that way,
You want to check all of them?
no, check all of them,
Okay.
like check all the one that I have,
Okay, so these are the ones you have checked.
yes.
And
check.
then what about Windows build support? Oh, no.
That's, that's for that, I didn't have that one checked.
Okay, so I'm just gonna click next.
Yep.
And
And then, yep.
this is gonna take time. This is gonna take like a long time.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, probably work, yeah. my
Should I
bad.
delete this then? Because this is the older one now.
Yeah, that's.
So I just click uninstall.
Well, that one-
Operation is not permitted to editors, right? So I can get rid of this then?
I would also argue that it should be okay. I doubt that too much will change between going between Oculus and OpenXR.
Yeah, not much at all.
So we should be, I mean, do they now, but for future reference, it should be okay to run in OpenXR.
I think I mentioned this in one of the old tutorial, but like, those are the three modules. That's the three of them. So in Energy, you have that module, the Android web, the Android GL. Perfect.
Yeah, I think
Right.
again, it's just because he's running this.
So yeah, since, is this recording, Jack?
Yeah, it's currently.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can watch.
I can follow this thing.
Okay, yeah.
It's already like 20% down.
All right, yeah. It should be pretty short. So after that, you want to go into the Android tab right here, and then highlight, check the box Oculus. And then after you check the box Oculus, you want to go down here to check that everything's the same as before. So multi-pass, optimize buffer discard. It should look like this essentially.
Yeah.
Quest 1, Quest 2. And then you want to exit out of this tab. And then you want to go into Windows and then go into package management. So in a lot of the old Unity editor, you should have a bunch of package options to download. One of them was the XR plugin, but in the newer version, like 2020, 2021, they don't have that anymore. You would need the XR interaction toolkit. So how you would get that is you would literally search it from the Get website, from Git. So you would just want to get it from like here. So you want to click on the add button right here. Click on add package from Git URL. And then this is the command you want to type in com.unity.xr.interaction.toolkit. And since I'm not going to click add again, since I already have it, and that should take a while. All right, you got it? All right, so then you want to go down to samples, and then you want to import the starter assets. Just click on import, and that's it. And afterward, it should give you the asset folder. After you click import, you can just exit out of this, and then you should already have this folder right here, the sample folder. This is the one that you want to use. And then you want to go deep into the folder until you get these right here. Until you see these 5 options. You want to click add on all the XR default button. I already have them add, so I don't need to press them again, but you want to go up here and add these 5 right here. You want to add these 5 by just simply click on them and then add, yeah. Whoops. So then after you add them, you want to go back into project setting in the edit tab and then the project setting tab. So this again, where the XR plugin management is. And then you want to go into, let me see if I can still remember where it is. Preset management, that's what it's called. Preset management in the project setting tab. So then you want to type in where the controller are placed. So for the right control, you want to type in right, so that way it's initialized to the right hand. And then left controller, you type left, so that it initializes to the left hand. And then after that, you're pretty much done. And then you want to go into here. You want to create a platform for your character to stand on. You can see where it is, obviously. So you want to just literally right click on the hierarchy window, and then you go to object, 3D object, and then plane. So that should create your platform right here. And then you want to right click on the hierarchy window again, and then go to 3D object, and not 3D object, XR. And this is the one that you want to grab, XR origin action base. That's where it is. XR, or is your finished installing?
Mine is like 95% done.
Okay. So yeah, if there's anything you're confused on or like lost on, you can just tell me and then I'll go back to it.
Okay.
Say, or XR origin action base. So that should give you these right here. So yeah, the XR origin and the XR interaction manager. So you can check if you have everything initialized right here by just going to the XR origin. You press the down arrow for camera offset, and just want to check that the left hand has. Oh yeah, when you create your XR interaction here, actually, I can just show you right here. So XR action base, go down here, camera offset. The left hand controller, if you go to the XR controller action base, everything on the left hand should looks like this. XRI left hand, and then so on. So everything should be initialized. Everything in the left hand should be initialized to the XRI left hand. And then everything in the right hand should be initialized to the XRI right hand.
Signing everything so it all works properly. Don't have your different hands mixed up.
Yep.
Make sure that your index does detect anything.
And then if you just literally run it in your Oculus, it should work fine. Like assuming you follow all the steps correctly, it should work fine. So then afterward, you want to go into the whenever you create a new XR origin, it will give you an XR interaction management. And then this is basically the similar to like a motherboard, where it's the central hub of all your VR control. So when Unity create the XR interaction manager for you, it only creates the XR interaction manager script. It doesn't have anything else. So this one, you would have to actually click on add component, and then go to input action manager, and then add that into the XR interaction manager. And then after that, you want to press on the plus button, and then you want to click on this bubble right here, and then it should give you the option to add the XRI default interactor. And since I already have it, I can just remove this one. So this is what your XR interaction manager should look like after everything. And then if you just run it in your Oculus, it should work fine now. So you'll have the basic stuff like moving your hands and your head. So now I'm going to show you how to add interaction to your object, or I guess movement to be precise, movement and interaction. So you want to go into right click onto the hierarchy window, and then go to XR again, and then go to local motion system action base. And that should give you this right here. So whenever you create a new local motion system, it will only have the transform, the local motion system, the teleportation provider, and the snap turn provider. And the teleportation provider is pretty obvious, is that when you have a teleportation area in it, initialized to an object, that object will be a new teleportation area, like playpen essentially, where you can teleport anywhere you want. And then the snap turn provider is pretty obvious, where it just turns you but doesn't turn you very smoothly. I personally hate the snap turn providers, so that's why I turn both the teleportation provider and the snap turn provider off, because they work hand in hand. And then I add a new component script that's called continuous move provider and continuous turn provider. So you can just literally do it in the add component right here. And so these are the two that you want to add first. So just go to add component and add continuous move provider and continuous turn provider. And it's action based, by the way, action based. Then let me know when you're done. Done? Okay. So then everything should be good. You want to just do one more check on what you want to do. So yeah, for continuous move provider, the left hand move, the move action for left hand and right hand are already checked. You won't, depending on which hand you want to use as a movement control, you can uncheck the other box so that way it doesn't move the character. So I decided to have my left hand be the move control. So I just have the left hand box check. And then the right hand will be the one that turns my character. So I'll have the right hand turn action box checked. And that should be it for your movement script. And then for your grab script, whenever you add, your hand should already have the interactor, I guess the ray interactor now added when you add a new XR origin. So you should already have the grab script for your hand done. So all you have to do is literally create a new object by creating a cube right here. Right click on hierarchy window again, 3 object and cube. And then you want to add a XR grab interactable script. So add component XR grab interactable. And what that does is it's going to add the XR grab interactable script with and a rigid body script. And then this is what it should look like. So collider should be turned to single. Movement type should be turned to kinematic. And everything should be checked right here. And then if you go into your Oculus, you should be able to grab, assuming you got everything done correctly, you should be able to interact with the cube by just picking up and grabbing it. And so, yeah, is literally the tutorial I did before spring break. And now we're going to move into the current tutorial. Have you got it?
Unity is, the editor is now opening.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Sweet.
Started just importing your platform.
Do you want to pause the?
Yeah. Pause for now, and when we get back, we will continue to
Pretty quick.
All
So
right, we're going.
So after you create your XR origin, you want to go into your hand. What the hell? Okay, whatever. So after you create your XR origin, you want to go into your hand right here, and then you want to remove everything, all the components from the left hand controller and the right hand controller, but leave the XR controller action base intact. So you just want to remove everything, but leave the controller intact.
Wait, could you highlighted both the left and the right hand?
Yes.
Okay.
So that way I can modify them both. Shift left click.
Right, okay. Anyway, okay, shift left, okay, I did that then.
And then you want to remove everything, all the components from the hands, except for the transform and the XR controller,
Remove everything
except for these two essentially. So you can click on this 3 bubble right here and then do remove component.
Okay, so I have a couple extra things. I don't have like a sphere collider.
Yes, I'm gonna get to that later. I just want you to remove everything except for these 2 right here.
So you just click remove component, right?
Yes. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. So just click on these 3 bubbles and then remove component.
Okay, so what's left is transform and XR controller action base.
Yep, just those 2.
Okay.
So then afterward, this is where the tutorial resume itself. So you want to add component and add the XR direct interactor like this right here. And then you want to add component again and type in sphere collider. And so for a quick check, let's click on our left hand to see if everything is added. Yep. And then click on our right hand to see everything's added. Perfect. So now you just run it in your Oculus. It should work fine. Like Jack, you want to be the play tester for this one so we can check it out?
So could you explain what the direct interactor and the sphere collider do?
So the direct interactor is your literal interaction script. So whenever your hand interact with an object that has a rigid body, it will send that back into the Unity script to let it know that it's interacting with something. but everything's gonna be done in the back end, so you won't see it. So that's why you have the Sphere Collider in here to show you that it's gonna the object is actually gonna touch something, and then you would know that it will touch something.
So both the direct interactor and sphere collider help with interacting in the game.
Yes,
Yeah, cut my hair just for this.
perfect. And then, oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is that you want to check the box is triggered for the left hand and the right hand. So that way, when your hand is touching something, it won't just collide with it. It will go through it. So it will let Unity know that it just collide something without actually colliding something. If that makes sense.
Alright, Oculus One is enabled.
All right. Are you in like a white
I'm
room?
in black mode right now.
Okay, so that's good. Tell me if you're.
Black and mine is white.
I know.
Is your black or white?
No, mine, the default like Oculus environment should be white. Oh, wait, you guys are talking about what you're making.
Yeah, we're
Oh yeah. Are you talking about the EDA?
My plane, oh, it's just like.
Yeah, it's white. It's black because I create a new material. Oh yeah, perfect time to show you materials. So if you want to like change the color of your platform, you can right click on the assets right here and then do create and material. And that's gonna give you a new material. You can call it whatever you want, black, blue, white. I just call this white. I already have white. I'll just call this green. I'll call this green, and then I'll change the color by click on an albedo, and then just move the UI around. And then yeah, just like that. Are you in, Jack?
I'm currently in the Oculus mode.
And you? All right. Are you in like a white void with
Yeah,
like a
yeah, just the
perfect.
general white with the store menu in front of me.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna play the game and then let's let Jack test out the game.
Also, could you connect this to my laptop and see if it works? Because I just want to see. what it
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like.
we can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have Oculus downloaded and set up on you? If
You-
you don't know, then you definitely don't. All right, I can't.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We can take a roll back a little bit, Jack, so you don't like.
Oh yeah.
you right?
Careful. Can you look down real quick, Jack, and then move your head up a little bit, just a little bit, and then move right? There we go. So you should see that if you have your script run correctly, Jack tried moving the hand that's grabbing the cube. You can see that he's perfectly grabbing the cube, and everything should work correctly. You can throw stuff, you can do stuff, and that's what the XR Direct Interactor is. It's essentially literally, it's in the name, it's directly interacting with the object. So when the Sphere Collider, let me go back to this. When the Sphere Collider collide with an object with a rigid body and another collider, it will send that back into the Unity engine, and then we'll tell the engine that, hey, I'm colliding with this object right here. What should I do? So Jack is gonna click on the grab button. So that grab button will tell the script that he wants to grab this box. So that's, and the direct interactor is, I think it also act as a grabbing script. I'm not sure on that. You can correct me later, but it will, these two will work together to essentially like Jack interact or grab that box.
We don't see his hands, that because we have to do that ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah,
that,
so we're gonna create an asset for hands and leave like.
that's the next step I'm gonna do. That's why I told Jack to leave on the Discord that there's another asset that you want to do. So I'm gonna exit out of this, Jack.
Cool.
So yeah, if you go on the Discord right here, whoops,
I don't have this for that.
damn it, Jack, you should,
You can access it through your browser. as
your
well.
browsers.
But I'm gonna download it.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, or probably do it through
For
Teams as
now,
well.
Jen, you could probably just have him import like a square as his base, just use a primitive to represent his hands.
Oh yeah, you can totally do that. But this is the object, the asset I was telling Jack to do. To add. So this is the hand object right here. That's the one that will show your hand. But since obviously you don't have it, we're gonna follow something else.
Okay, wait, really quick, we have like 5 minutes left. Can you said I had that with Oculus then?
Yeah, so to run an Oculus headset, there's this software called Oculus you have to download.
Just.
Why need to run through Unity?
I see, I've never seen that not working with Linux, but I don't.
No, you want to run. You
Yeah.
don't need the Oculus app to run anything on Unity.
Oculus app.
Okay, then
Oculus.
Oculus app. And then you can download it, you can run through an installer.
Set up your Oculus. That was it.
So
we can just give, like, plug it in, right?
you can just plug it in, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, so let's just do that.
yeah, plug it in.
Here, wait, before you do that.
Yeah.
Why do you have, it needs to be HDMI-C to HDMI.
That's the cable that came with it.
Doesn't it need to be C to C?
Huh?
Oh,
You want to check? Yeah, sure.
okay, so what is this? Is this USB?
Beam. If it's set to Oculus, it might not work, but if it's set to OpenXR, it might.
Okay, so I connected it, now it should,
Down. This container is both really nice and really terrible, because like, how do you lock it? Oh, okay, never mind.
It's a pretty good control. Container. I wish it wasn't so expensive.
How much was it?
$100.
Wow.
Does this look like $100 to you guys? In your
This looks
opinion?
like 40.
The case, yeah. Does it look like it's $100?
It looks 40.
That's because that's how much it's cost.
It looks 40. It's a
Yeah.
$40 case with a $60 logo.
Yep.
Nike.
Yeah, I guess just try to figure it out.
Should I pause it? I'm gonna pause it.
Yeah, pause it. I think we're done for today.
Yeah. Well, if you have a.
guys, I see you.
If you have any questions,
Oh, so
report in on the Discord and ask them.
I think